a musical relationship slash friendship was born. Even with playing music on stage with other musicians, there has to be chemistry there, and at the same time, it's like you want to be able to have chemistry away from the stage as well. Because if you have chemistry away from the stage, your show and your stage presence and everything like that is
Yeah.
going to be
And people
even
pick
greater.
up on it. Not just entertainment, what we do. We'll be talking to designers and entrepreneurs and people just trying to get their t-shirt brand popping. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever your hustle is, this is Hustlenometry 101. And we're going to all get there together.
Shag Motown. So like I told you, I got these.
Yeah,
Chairman on
Brad.
the board, sure.
Yeah, Brad. Fine. That's what it is.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Hey.
I need a little bit more snare in my headphones.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear me okay. You coming in clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got the track extra loud today.
Yeah. We'll turn it down.
Afternoon, yeah, it's all good. Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land, out there in Facebook land. Today is June 28th, 2022. 2022. Welcome to another installment, another live edition of the No Shortcut Show.
Yeah.
Come on in, folks. Grab you something to drink, grab you something to eat, have a sit down, and we're gonna have a great chat. We got a wonderful guest in store. But before we get into that, we gotta make our proper introductions.
What's happening?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, to the left of your screen, we have a awesome guy, awesome father. He's also a
Hey.
digital media strategist. He's an
Wow.
event coordinator.
Wow.
He is a also the co-host to this very platform, and also, as I say every week, he's your favorite DJ's favorite DJ. Ladies and gentlemen, at home, noise while we make some noise on the screen for none other than Travis Bizel, aka DJ Famous.
What's up? Thank you, my man. And I'm always joined by my co-host, music director for chairman of the board, Mellow Groove band member, MC, producer. You got many hats.
Many hats.
Microphone doctor. My man Jerry Midas Hardison. What's happening, man? What's up with it?
Thank you so much.
Here's the contact info for
Man, not too much.
My phone was trying to get me to call you just now.
The Siri. Yeah. It's okay. I would have answered.
Yeah, Siri tried
I would've
to
answered,
Siri tried
you know
to
what I mean?
eavesdrop on the conversation.
Nah, it's okay. Siri need to just calm down, Siri. It's all right. We'll be right with you in about 45 minutes, you know?
Yeah. So
Hey,
what's
before
up,
we
man?
I just wanted to say before we proceed, I got to say happy anniversary. Happy 47th wedding anniversary to my mom and dad. They're
Oh, wow.
celebrating 47 years today, man.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
just want to, salute them and say happy
Absolutely.
anniversary. Yeah. Big shout.
Yeah, happy anniversary to the Hardisons for sure. Is it
Yeah,
today?
yeah, man. But yeah, it's actually today.
Okay, cool.
Today, right? So my mom will probably be in here. Well, she may not be here tonight. They
She
may
might
got
not.
big things going
She
on.
may not.
You
Might
know?
be out to
Yeah.
dinner.
But if she and dad catch the replay, happy anniversary.
Yeah,
to you all. I'll
absolutely.
probably be giving you guys a call right after I get done here,
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
but as far as what's
47.
going on, 47, man. So just recuperating, man, from last week. The chairman of the board, we had a show at Middle C last Thursday
Mm-hmm.
in Charlotte. And I had a chance to meet Delano Little at the show. I had a chance to meet Michael Malden, which is
Mm-hmm.
Jermaine Dupree's father.
Yeah.
He just relocated to the area. Last year, he got inducted into the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame, and he
Yeah.
just relocated to the area. So he came out on Thursday. Friday, I accompanied Brandon Stevens at Shay's Lounge
Yeah.
in Columbia.
Yeah.
And where were we Saturday? We did a corporate event Saturday in Mooresville, actually, at the
Yeah.
Charles Mack Center. They had like a silent auction, things like that going on, and then did my church function on Sunday. Then picked my son up, and we've been being lazy ever since then.
That's what's up. That's a good reason to be lazy, man. That's a big weekend. That's a big weekend.
Oh
You had
yeah,
a
yeah.
triple play.
Triple play. Got another
Yeah.
triple play coming up this weekend, except it's going to
Okay.
be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday,
Mm-hmm.
because of course the holiday
Yeah.
falls on a Monday
Yeah,
this
buddy.
go around. So yeah, we enjoying this downtime, and it's a
Yeah,
pleasure to be here with you, to be here with all of our lovely guests,
for sure.
our lovely following, those that support us week in and week out. We really appreciate you guys, and make sure when we pop this link up in the comments that you guys go over to our YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
The title of this platform is the No Shortcut Show with Midas and Fame. Make sure you guys go over there and hit that subscribe button, like it, share it with your friends.
That's right. Give it some sub love.
Sub love. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Yeah. What's good with you, bro?
Hey man, not much at all. My weekend wasn't as nearly as exciting. I had one event, not three, but we did a wedding on Saturday in Lancaster here at Laurel Haven Estate, which has become my home away from home.
Yeah. Is that
I'm
the one
there.
I did with you last year? I do one with you
Nah, you
there?
hadn't been to this one yet. You hadn't
Okay.
been to
Okay.
this one yet, but you did that one in Monroe with me last year.
I thought it was in Lancaster.
Oh
the
yeah,
one
you're right. It was Lancaster. It was kind of right on the border, but it was still in Lancaster. Yeah, but
Okay,
not this one.
different place. Got you.
Different
Okay.
place. Yeah, this one I'm at a lot, and
Yeah.
they keep me busy. So I was there. I was there on Saturday. It was hot, man.
Oh,
To be out
goodness.
there for a wedding at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the hottest
Yeah.
part of the day. But it ended up being real nice, man. It was a nice
Yeah.
it was a nice wedding and a beautiful family, and her the bride's parents came in from Peru
Oh,
just for
nice.
the wedding, and that was a good exciting time, and everybody had fun, man. And then
Yeah.
church on Sunday
I
and
think I saw
Monday.
your pictures.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. And
After
here we
that,
are.
we just relaxed. We
That's
just
it.
relaxed.
That's
Who's
it.
on here with us? Say what's up.
Yeah,
Comment.
we
Put
got a
something in the
couple people.
comments.
Hey, don't be shy. We don't allow lurking over here on those
Yeah.
shortcuts. You understand?
Yeah.
Hey, just say what's up, guys. Let us
Yeah.
know you're here because we want to thank you. I mean, because
Yeah.
without you guys being here, you guys are the fuel to the tank, so to speak. The
Yeah,
whole
you're welcome to join the conversation with us. Once we bring our guests in and she's talking about something, you can just hit the comments and say, "That's right. Say
yeah.
that."
Say that. Talk that talk.
Yeah,
You
ask
know?
some questions. It don't matter. We're here for that. We're here for that. This is an interactive show, not just one way.
Interactive chat. Yes, indeed.
Now,
So, on the side, guys.
since we brought up the guests,
Since we brought it up.
yeah, this lady right here, she is when we first started this thing, we used to have it right here on the tagline, Hustleometry 101, right?
Yeah,
She
hustleometry.
is the ultimate hustler. I've known her for many, many, many years back in our retail management days at Zales. She was
Yes.
managing the Zales in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and we
Okay.
used to work together a lot. She's moved on to bigger and better,
Yes.
still
Yes,
in the
sure.
retail management, but she also has very, very, very important work that she does outside of that day job,
Mm.
and a dedicated parent and grandparent, and like I said, just a hustle. She's just one of those people. If you know something, everybody in town know her. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
Everybody in town. You
yeah,
can
she
go
can run
anywhere.
for office
She
one
can
day.
run for office, exactly. You go anywhere near Spartanburg, everybody know who this is. So let's
That's
bring
awesome.
her in right now. Warm
Yeah,
welcome,
let's do
round
it.
of applause virtually for Lani McCullough.
Miss
What's
Lani
happening,
McCullough.
Lani?
Hey.
What's up? What's up?
Hello, hello. Hello. Yeah, how are you?
I should have came into music with all this musical genius going on here.
I know. I can give you a little bit.
Throw us something on right quick.
Turn of the Mac or something.
Hey, all
Well,
right.
I give you the theme song. I can't play Return of the Mac because I don't, it's copyright laws. I gotta play something that's copyright free, or the creator of it gave me permission, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
So
I know,
Dope.
I know.
I give you permission.
Yeah. What's up,
Yeah.
Lonnie? How are you? How are you?
I am well. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're
Oh
doing
man,
wonderful.
no complaints, no complaints.
Yeah.
I
All is
mean,
well with
some
the
and some
Texas.
people booked and busy all weekend long up there with Midas. He just, I just did a little something.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, God is good all the time. All the time, God
Yeah.
is good. That's all I can say.
For sure. For sure. And
Yeah,
then went to church Sunday too, didn't
I
he?
sure did. I sure did. I made it. I made it to church,
Yeah,
man, and I'm
absolutely.
going again this weekend before I head back out for Sunday's gig too. That's part of the recipe of what I do. So
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
yeah.
So
Well, we
Lonnie,
appreciate you coming on.
yeah, we appreciate you being on with us, and we wanted to kind of start with you. Just tell us a little bit about your background, your upbringing, and led into where you are today.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everybody know me by Lani McCullough. So I am, Spartanburg, South Carolina, born and raised South Side till I die. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I have to say that I have to rep South Side because it's definitely
Absolutely.
the community that raised me, and it was the village, definitely the village. So I am a mother first and foremost. I'm a mother of five amazing, beautiful children. They're all grown now. They're all adults.
Oh, awesome. But we
So,
we
and
we stop everything though, huh?
yeah, can't never. It never
Never.
ends. You used to look forward to it. Being like, okay, when they're no, it's just another level of stress, y'all. So don't. So, but I'm also a grandmother, two little boys that run
Wow.
me. Oh gosh, run
Uh huh.
me. Life as
Hmm.
I know it is forever over. They own me, and
Yeah.
they will tell you that they own me.
Yeah.
And my background is in retail management. I have been in retail management now 24 years.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
So
Awesome.
24 years in retail management. My background is also in social services. That's what I went to school for, but I did it, didn't like it. I'm a retail, I'm a mall rat. Oh my goodness, I'm that person.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. So
but
retail is
also,
your passion.
um, I used to say that all the time until I really, really understood that you have a paycheck and you have a purpose. I
Mm,
am really good at what I do in retail management. I'm really good at going in, restructuring a store, building a team, coaching, developing, and getting that bag. I'm really good at that. And
awesome.
for the longest, I thought that was my passion, but I was
Okay.
confusing my passion with my paycheck with my passion.
Mm,
I think the money was behind the passion, but then I
okay.
realized, okay, you got a purpose too, and it was totally separate from that. For the longest, I was just like, I don't think if you worked in retail, you know that it's not your purpose. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
thank God for the
And you
paycheck.
got
You know that it's
and you
not your
guys
purpose.
work and you guys work together at some point.
Yeah.
Yes, for Zales.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah,
we
we sure did.
work with the
Right.
diamonds, the
That's
bling.
right.
Okay. Yeah.
That's right.
Famous
So
never getting my diamonds.
yeah. Listen, retail it is rewarding and it can be fun, but you ask any retail management person if that's their purpose. Ask them around December too. Make sure you ask
Yeah.
around December if that is their purpose.
Yeah.
Mm,
The answer is oh no.
No,
yeah.
when we quit every day 16 times in our head.
Yeah.
So my brother was in retail too. He
Mhm.
he spoke a little bit about certain things when he was on but I imagine they just working you hours on hours and holiday time you don't get to see your family like you want to and
Right.
things like that.
No, I I realized that and I tell when I lead now, I'm very different now because I lead with the intent of establishing a work life balance for everybody up under me. Like
Mm,
I tell them, this job is just that. Give me 100% when you here and learn how to separate it when you leave
mm,
because it's so important to have that balance. It's things that transpired in my life that made me really understand that you can't get stuff back. You can't get time back.
uh, yeah.
We will give corporate America our blood, sweat, and tears and
Mm,
have nothing left over for what's really important. So I think that's what makes me a good leader. I lead from that. I lead from I'm going to when trust me, when I'm in the building, you know I'm
mhm,
in the building. But
right.
my team to have that work life balance. And that's what makes me the type of leader that retains people and kind of mentors people. I have people that have worked for me in probably every, when I leave a building, they be like, take me with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like,
Oh,
I'll come back for you. And I have done that. I came back
Yeah.
for
wow.
them and
Yeah.
brought them with me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
very important. That's very important, keeping those relationships and just that shows, that's a testament to how loyal people are to you, because that means you're a really good manager.
Yes,
You're a
I
good
feel like
manager.
that it is a part of my brand, but no, it is not my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
let's segue that
The
into
purpose?
what is your purpose?
Yeah.
So, wholeheartedly, my purpose is to help people and to make people understand that you can live beyond your circumstance, live beyond whatever situation you are in. Travis knows. 9 years ago, I lost my 17-year-old daughter, and that pushed me into an area of my life where I had to push past a lot of pain
Mhm.
and really figure out what am I in this for? Like what is the reason why I'm enduring this? Because I had to understand my purpose. It was the darkest time of my life,
Mhm.
and a lot happened, and I was like, okay, there's a reason why this is happening to me. There is a reason why God has allowed this to happen
Yeah.
to me, because I'm firm believer, and you can't do nothing to the girl unless you ask my daddy first. So
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
right.
my daddy said, my
Right.
daddy gave the Job response and said, now you can do anything you want to her, just don't kill her. Nah.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that kind of birthed my purpose, which is the Sky Phoenix Foundation, the Sky Phoenix umbrella. It is, well, grief and loss counseling for parents and siblings and anybody really who is finding it hard and difficult to navigate grief.
Right. Right. That's a great thing. You utilizing what you went through as a means to help other
Hmm.
people who may be going through it. And we don't hear too much about that type of stuff in our community. Grief counseling.
Yeah.
You know.
I was that person too. When it happened to me, I thought, I'm saying, I had all the, tools, the tangible tools to help me get through it, and then I realized, okay, I suck at this. Like,
Well, no.
no idea what I am doing.
Yeah.
And people ask
Uh-huh.
me to this day, even people that I'm counseling to, they say, how do you get through it? And I tell them, I'll tell you when I get through it. Because
Yeah.
it's still a process
Ongoing.
every
Yeah.
day.
Hmm.
I tell people, this is not me telling you how this is going to end or your story is going to end. I'm just here to navigate you. I am Tom Tom.
Of
I'm
course.
just like literally, I'm the GPS telling you, hey, that's not the route you probably want to go down. I have
Right.
not reached my destination either. So you may bump into me along the road. So
Yeah.
it is a
That's real.
process. Yeah, it is a
Hmm.
process that it's just really providing an environment for people to feel what they want to feel. Because I tell them, listen, you're gonna want to scream, you're gonna want to, it's, they say it's levels to grief, and it's, the
Hmm.
stages of grief. You can add about 20 more
Hmm.
stages to, because I have been through them all. Angry,
Yeah.
upset, vengeful,
Hmm.
just feeling like nobody in this world understands you, and to be in my grief counseling things that, like, you think you're just gonna come there and cry, but it's really just a bunch of people sitting around talking about, hey, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's such a new
Hmm.
normal to try to figure out.
Hmm.
I Travis knows me. I'm a very kind of like a vocal person, but in this instance, I was like, I am totally unprepared to navigate this level of pain and come
Right.
out right. So
Yeah. Yeah.
So
for me,
aside from you thinking you weren't prepared, what were some obstacles that came in front of you as you started, getting the foundation or trying to get it up and going? What were some of the things that you encountered?
my own process. I think if you're starting anything, you have to allow for the days when you don't feel like doing it. Like, it was just my own self. Like, when you're starting to do something and you're realizing that you're still trying to process your own grief.
Yeah.
And at that time, I went through a divorce too. I went through so much different stuff that was pulling at me as a woman. I doubted myself as a woman, and I felt like a failure as a parent. I felt like a failure as a wife. And here I am trying to start something, and then you throw in into this gumbo of emotions, you throw
Yeah.
in doubt, like
Yeah.
doubting that you can do it. Like, who's gonna listen to me? And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, some days I'm like, I get stuff when I do my lives, and I tell people I'm telling you this as I'm telling it to myself because I just woke
Right.
up with it in my spirit, and I don't know where it come from. Like, I don't know
Right.
where it came from. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, I'm just talking to y'all as I'm talking to myself. But the
Absolutely.
normal obstacles and trying to balance. Because I still, when you're out here and you're doing things and it's in the formation stage, you still got to get the bag because these bills is so consistent and
Ooh,
aggressive.
Ain't it?
they take
It's
no time off. You say they aggressive.
aggressive. So you
Ooh.
still got to have your Lord bless your passion, but
Yes,
when your
yes,
passion is not producing revenue,
yes, yes.
you
Got to have some revenue.
oh, you still got to go to work every day. And if anybody know retail, it's the all it takes is one person to call out. Like,
Yeah.
Now,
your
what
day is
happens when that one person calls out? Things just fall apart.
Then
yeah,
you work until Thursday.
Oh,
yeah,
so you guys in the
yeah, you
management
just
position have to cover all the shifts.
man, I have
Whoa.
never been so upset and volatile in a
Mm.
pandemic. Like I really was like, I was like, you ain't got no COVID.
Ah,
Like COVID just gave everybody it was one sniffle and just
Yeah.
okay, you can
right, right, right.
I'll work your
Yeah,
shift.
yeah,
You didn't stand a chance during if you was a retail manager during COVID, you
Mm.
didn't stand a chance.
No way.
Just sleep at home. Just sleep at the job because you
Yeah.
did not.
wow. Make a little
If your
pallet.
temperature was
Office.
98.9, they out for 5 days.
Yeah.
Hang
Yeah, wow. Yeah, but you made it. You made it. So how did
Definitely.
you with the obstacles that you were facing, how did you dig deep within yourself to overcome and to continue to start your business or your
I think for
foundation?
me, it was realizing my faith first of all.
Oh yeah.
I tell
Yeah.
people all the time, if it wasn't for God, I would have lost my mind. And sometimes I did, and He had to bring me back. So
Mm,
I always say to people that God talked to me like He is my literal homeboy. Like He does
mm,
not come to me with the these and thous and hithers.
yeah.
He chick. like like you wilding right now, like you
Right.
bugging. So he
Hmm.
really like my faith kept me so grounded because he kept telling me if I pushed past the pain that I was in, that it was purpose on the other side. He
Mm,
kept saying to me what I was going through, the most vital lesson that he taught me was that what I was going through wasn't even about me. He was like, I know you think you it, but
mm,
this is ain't even about you. It's about
Hmm.
all the people you're going to touch on the
wow.
other side of this. It is
Wow.
about the people that are already ordained to you. I believe there's a checklist. It's the people that you are supposed to touch way before, you know, I became me. He
The
already knew that
foundations
there
of
was
the world.
somebody out there that
Yeah.
only just me in this situation was gonna touch. I have since had close friends of mine to also lose their children.
Wow.
Um one of my closest friends, 2-year old, last year drowned.
Mm,
And had I not went through what I went through, I realized that she would have thought she couldn't make it.
mm,
And I had to be that vessel that says, like, in the moment, like, it feels like you're going to die,
Hmm.
mm,
but you're not. You're going to live through this. And it's the people that you touch on the other side of this. He just
mm,
kept making me understand it wasn't about me. It just wasn't about me at all.
mm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I
Sometimes we lose sight of the things that we think God does to us and
mm,
don't focus on the things that God does through
more
us.
Thank
through us.
you.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you. That's that's actually the mission statement of our church is see what
Really.
God can do through you. That's
Through you,
yeah.
yes.
That's the motto. We love that. Love that
Yeah.
for sure. So how long has the foundation been up and running for you?
So Erica, I'm passed in October 31st on Halloween in 2013. And it took us, we've been running now for about 7 years
Mm.
of just really digging in and being there. Just be, sometimes that's all it takes. It's really just being there. And, I do a lot of, my healing through writing, through poetry, through spoken word, through, you
Mm.
know, that's how I heal myself and helping others. Cause I was like, in this day and age, and even grief will silence you. I don't know if people realize that how silencing grief is.
Mm.
Because
Good
when it
point.
happened, I didn't feel like anybody understood, so I just kept quiet. My friends would go on about talking about their life and their dates for the weekend and all the things that they were doing. And inside, I was like, I'm pretty much dying, but I'm glad you enjoyed your weekend. So
Yeah.
I kept
Yeah.
quiet. And the
Yeah.
only time that I could be honest and truthful and live my truth is when I was just writing, just writing,
Mm.
writing, writing. And I just felt like, okay, spoken word, my other alter ego,
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
my alter ego, Dirty Red,
Yeah.
when she is like performing or doing a piece, it doesn't even sound like me. I've had so many people come up to me and be like, "Who was that? Like that doesn't even sound like you."
Tap it into
But
another
yes, I
personality.
tell them it's my truth. She escapes. She does. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
Ain't
because
ain't nothing
she
wrong with
knows.
that.
Yeah.
For
So I
sure.
Yeah.
just, I feel like live your truth and be honest and write. And if you're not a writer, if even not spoken word, a journal. Like get it out. That's the most
Yeah.
important thing
Definitely.
is get it out. Whatever your outlet is, cry,
Mm.
scream, write, rap,
Mm.
whatever you need to do, but get it out.
Absolutely. Mm.
Yeah, that's good. I
Amazing.
gotta get a journal. I haven't written in a real long time either. I never did like poetry or spoken word, but I used to just write just to kind of get thoughts out, and I haven't done it in a while. And my wife keeps telling me that she has a journal that she writes in, pretty consistently. And she keeps telling me, you need to get yourself a journal, so I can start processing things in my mind for sure.
Mhm. Because when I
So,
Yeah.
first started spoken word, Travis, I didn't think I was really doing spoken word because I was thinking like it was roses is red, violets is
right.
blue. Like I thought it was supposed to be this very rhythmic. No. And then I was just writing and realizing that I was living poetry. Like that is
Mm.
what we do every day. We live our
Yeah.
spoken word pieces. We don't,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, mine is very, I sound like a gangster rapper when I do it because it it comes from it comes from the part of me that in my childhood I had a very hard childhood. So it
Uh-huh.
comes from that part of me, that little girl that never felt like she had the voice. So I
Mm.
come so
Mm.
That's why I got the name Dirty Red from. They
Yeah.
tried to name something
Yeah.
all nice and
Right.
fluffy, and I performed, and they was like, "Mm-mm, no, you
Yeah.
Dirty Red."
Yeah.
Like,
And it's all artistic expression. So there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just whatever feels good for you to however, to express yourself and whatnot. And it is therapeutic for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah.
You know. So now, are you're fully you got your foundation, you're doing that full time, or you still doing some retail as well?
I live and breathe retail. I told you about that paycheck and these aggressive
Right.
bills. Oh,
Yeah, okay, okay. Got you.
I
So
am
so you
still a
go ahead.
retail manager. Still, I am at David's Bridal now. I'm the retail manager for David's Bridal Spartanburg.
Okay.
I'm doing that. I've been doing that since September. Before that, I was at Lynn's Crafters for 3 years. Before that, I was at Zales for 12 years. Before
Okay.
that, I was at Lane Bryant for 8 years.
Uh-huh.
So I would love to say I'm not gonna do retail, but honestly they pay me so
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So which brings me to another theme, a reoccurring theme on our show, and we mentioned it earlier, the balance of it all. Like, so how do you find time or make time, or is it conscious or subconscious that you make time for your retail job, your foundation, and to do your poetry, and you got the kids and grandkids.
So it's a balance. I'm not saying that I
Yeah.
have mastered it,
Of
You
course.
let my significant other tell you I suck at it, but I will say this. It is being really true to yourself. Like for me, I have to have the days where I completely decompress from everything and everyone because I
Uh,
can't give on E. You know what I'm saying? Like I just can't. Like
right,
I can't
right.
give anything to you if I'm not being good to me.
Can't
So
pour from an empty cup.
you
Yeah.
have to learn. We suck at it as retail managers. Suck.
Uh,
I
uh,
have to learn, and it's harder for me. I literally live right across the street from where I work. It takes me 3 minutes.
mm,
So,
mm,
but I have to teach myself that it doesn't speak to me as a leader if I can't walk away from my business. I suck as a leader. If I can't walk away and be left completely alone, then
uh,
I need to analyze why that is.
mm-hmm.
So it's so important for me to be healthy. Dealing
Right.
with depression, that is something I speak highly of is the mental health, especially of
Mm,
Black and African
yeah.
American.
For
Um,
sure.
I battled depression, and that's still a constant battle. My mental health, so I know I have to step away at times and find that work life balance. That's why it's so important for me to live what I expect them to do. Like I want them to have a work life balance and be able to give me 100%, and don't
Mm-hmm.
come in with the weight of the world on their back. So I have to have that, and family is so important. If
Yeah.
I stepped away from retail for a while, and I wouldn't have known that that time that I stepped away and I really loved on my kids, that was going to be the last days that I was loving on my
Mm-hmm.
daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have had those memories. So
Right.
that's how I realized family is, honey, I will walk out a job, let one of my
Yeah.
kids, I'd be like,
Yeah.
come get some keys, come get them.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Keys.
Yeah. Yeah. And family is everything. I mean,
Absolutely.
beyond the passion and the means of making money, things like that. Family is everything. And the older I get, the more I appreciate my family. And
Mhm.
it's nothing like being able to be around them, and it's a certain energy, a certain rejuvenation that you get from being around, your family. That
Yes,
that
they
helps.
reboot you.
Hmm.
They do. They really do.
That's
They
the
really do.
motherboard, honey.
Yeah, the
That's
motherboard. I like that.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good
Yeah,
way to put it. I
yeah,
like that
yeah,
for sure. So with your so obviously what happened to you, with your daughter, you definitely can see how that led you to the foundation. How do you feel? It sounds like even your background in social work was all to get you to this place, to get you to be helping other people.
if we really understood that everything in your life is designed. And
Hmm.
I used to hear that in church as a
Oh yeah,
youngster and like they are full of it. Like I
Yeah.
literally like,
yeah,
"Well, let's be dang, they just want us to buy in on anything." But if we really, really just submit to the fact that everything, the good, the bad, I tell people in my lives, one of my the most asked live that, and people still go back and watch it, is when I tell people, I thank God for the subtractions, not just the increases. I literally pray for them now. Like I pray completely different now. I be like, Lord, take it away. If it ain't for me, take it away. Because
right.
everything that you go through in life and encounter in life, it is cultivating the person you're supposed to be on the other side of that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody you meet, I live by the motto that everybody I come in contact with, I'm supposed to get something from or give something to.
Mm,
I'm supposed to learn something from this person, or teach them something. So everything, like I take the time that I didn't in the past before all of this happened. I take the time to marvel at just the way it all comes together. Like
Wow.
yeah,
it
yeah,
all comes together. And people
yeah.
ask me like, how after every, honey, it would take you a whole nother podcast to know my story.
We can
People
do a
want
part
the
two.
book.
Yeah, we're
A
gonna we're
People
gonna
part.
run. We're gonna bring you back for part two.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
is that bad. It rivals stuff Tyler Perry writes about. Like
Mm,
it's one of those
yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
And people
Oh,
ask me, how do you still smile? How do you still see the positive? And I'm like, how can I not? Because he didn't kill me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
right, right.
when my pastor's wife calls me little Job because she
Mm,
says time when she thought I was like I was gonna call it quits.
Mm,
But it literally was the push of it ain't about me.
right.
Whatever this is on the other side of this, how many people have I helped? Or how many people I didn't get it. I was standing in Zales one day and I thought I
Mm,
was just doing something to help me. And a lady walked in, never saw this lady a day in my life. And she was
wow.
like, someone sent her a link to a live that I did and I saved her life. I was like,
Wow.
what? And
Wow.
she was like, I was literally about to kill myself and you
Mm,
saved my life. Hearing your story saved my life. And that was the light bulb moment for
that's
me. That this
confirmation.
isn't about me. This
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah.
not about this. I want to say it was my loss, and Lord, I lost my daughter, and I was angry with God for so long. And how could you
Mm,
put me through a divorce? And how could you do all of this to me? Like, Lord, what was you trying to do? But then
uh,
He was like, it ain't even about you. It ain't even. I needed you to hit rock bottom so people could see how far I could bring you.
mm.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
that story of Job is so inspirational. You know, I
I ain't
remember the
shaved
story.
my head yet. I ain't shaved my head like Joe.
Yeah, he went through so much, lost so much, even physically,
Mm-hmm.
and all in temptation for what the devil or Satan wanted him to curse God and
Mm-hmm.
die,
Hmm.
but he wouldn't
Wouldn't
do it.
do it.
Went
Wouldn't
through
do it.
He
all
would
of that.
not do it. He
Yeah.
would not. It got to make him so mad when he throw everything he can at us and the kitchen sink,
Yeah.
and we still don't fold.
Yeah, and guess what? You know what the craziest part about that story is? God chose Job in conversation with Satan. Have you tried my servant Job?
Mm.
You tried them,
Have you
but
tried him?
that should make us, for me, like I tell people when they tell me that part of the story, I said, well, that makes me puff my chest out
Yeah,
a little
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
more,
That's the
but
beautiful part
because
about the story. Yeah,
I'm chosen, like
yeah,
I'm chosen.
That's
chosen.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
handpicked, handpicked.
Yes,
That's
God
awesome.
said she gonna be all right. Go on over there and try
Yeah,
her.
yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Wow,
Absolutely.
that's an amazing story, and I'm sure. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Were you saying something?
No, it was
No,
just a
I
little
wasn't.
delay.
Go ahead.
Oh, there was a little delay.
Yeah, it was a little
Uh,
delay.
and I feel like even someone who may be tuned in right now, or even that sees this later, or even when it makes it to YouTube, I feel like your story can help so many
Yeah.
others. And you mentioned that you do lives and everything. Where do you go live from?
I go live from my page, Lani McCullough. You can catch it, and then I also have my Sky Phoenix Facebook page. But I'm usually typically when I wake up in the morning, I check my inbox, and it's somebody who has asked me to go live about something or a
Wow.
situation, or I have a personal conversation with the Lord, and the Lord be like, "This is what I'm giving you today,"
Yeah.
and I always get it right then. But or especially for me when I'm going through it, I go live because I know when the devil is on me and he's trying to silence me. So that's what
Mhm.
I really become outlandish. I just be
Yeah.
like,
Start talking.
no, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it because
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
just believe that I would tell people without going into great detail. There was a time that I literally tried to take my own life.
Mm.
I just wanted out. Like the pain was too heavy for me. And God was like, ain't nobody tell you to clock out. Like God wanted he
Right.
wanted OT from me. And so
Yeah.
he was like, when I bring you through this, you are going to stand in awe of even that. And I was like, I didn't think I was gonna get through it. It's difficult to go through everything that we encounter in life and still have to get up every day and be mama. Still have
Mm.
to get up every day and be boss. Still
Mm-hmm.
have to get up every day. And it's just days where I was just struggling being Lonnie. And I was like, you want me to wear all these other hats?
Mhm.
But I honestly believe like if you're going through something, if you listen to this and if you're going through something, if you just push past the surface level emotion of it and
Yeah.
see what God is trying to do through it,
Mhm.
it's amazing. It's amazing. He didn't get frustrated at me and say, "This child of mine."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's absolutely.
He's very patient with us as
Man,
our spiritual father and us being the spiritual children. Very, very
Yes.
patient with us.
But you got to
Absolutely.
hustle, honey. You got to hustle. You got to find a way. I had to find a
Oh,
way, divorced, grieving with 5 kids, and you
yeah,
got to hustle your way through it.
that's
That's what we
true.
do. That's
That's
what
what
we
we
do.
do.
We find a way to
Absolutely.
hustle. So if
Absolutely.
someone wants to be in contact with the Sky Phoenix Foundation, how can they do that?
So the Sky Phoenix Project has a Facebook page. You can always hit me and book me through there for motivational speaking.
Okay.
I
Okay.
travel, I do motivational speaking. I encourage people to live outside of your circumstance, see beyond where you are right now, and never lose sight of where you want to be in the future. Um, and my motto is I don't look like what I've been through because Lord
Mm,
knows if I did,
mm,
I would have to run a filter. So,
yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and also, Lani McCullough has a Facebook page. I'm always answering um, things on there, and I'm always called if you have a parent or someone you know that is struggling with grief or just lost a child. We get called out. My organization, we will go and we will, just sit. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes it ain't about talking. It's just
Yeah.
about
Company
you got
and
somebody else in the vicinity that knows what you feeling and don't got to talk. We ain't got to talk about it. We know. So
yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
important.
We're going to put that in the comments. The Sky Phoenix Project on Facebook.
Yes.
Guys, reach
Facebook.
out to Lani McCullough on Facebook. Check out her lives. They are
I'm
informative
gonna
and
do it.
entertaining, too.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna do it.
I got it. I'm a comedian
Yeah.
too. I mean, literally, I have to laugh. If we don't laugh at things, Lord, I say if it don't kill you, you should laugh
Oh
about it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You gotta laugh. Hey, famous. We get a lot of laughter around these
Yeah,
parts.
for sure.
It's medicine, man.
Yeah.
It's medicine.
Yeah.
Listen, it's cleansing. I tell people all the time, I'm not laughing. Pain just coming out in a weird way.
Mm, I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did, did you? I hate to put you on the spot. Did you want to share like a poem with us before we wrap
Oh,
up?
I knew it. I knew it. See, that's my thing. How long do I have? Because my poem, I do spoken word. We don't do sonnets or
Yeah.
how.
Yeah. Well, you got. What's the average? Maybe what? 3 5 minutes? You got something in that vein, or
So, I would say this,
okay?
and people don't know why I say this, and I don't know where y'all stand on this, but it ain't
Yeah.
never really bothered me where nobody else stand. In light
Okay.
of everything else that has happened this week, I know we as women,
Mm.
we feeling some kind of way. All right,
Mhm.
feeling
Mhm.
some kind of way. And this was one of the first pieces that I kind of wrote, and it's a ode to us mothers. Okay,
Okay.
so I do
Let's
that.
do that.
So,
Exclusive.
Yeah.
and it's called a mother's love. So
Okay. Nice.
even as I swam in you, amniotic fluid thick with the regret of my conception, I wondered if you hated me even as an embryo. Did my mere existence somehow infuriate you? I owe poverty my survival, the means to terminate me not readily available, and somehow the plus sign on the pregnancy test subtracted all the maternal instinct from you and caused this divide. Only out of obligation, you took me home from the hospital and you began to swaddle me in resentment and nurse me with the same self doubt your mother fed to you. And I clung to the breast, somehow wanting to taste a drop of a mother's love. I waited hungry and malnourished, but it never came. Am I not what you hoped for? Am I, do you not see in me all that you are not? It's as if the doctor cut the umbilical cord and severed the only connection I had with you. And how can you not love a direct reflection of yourself? We once shared the very same heartbeat. I'm grown now, still in search of the breast, mouth wide open, in need of sustenance. How can I feed my children from a plate half full? Will they hunger for what I believe I'm incapable of giving because you were incapable of giving what your mother never gave to you? Will I allow this generational curse to starve my children into an emotional famine? And as I watch my children sleep, each one of them individual bricks in the foundation of me, I need my foundation to be strong. And I will build my house upon it. All that I am, all that I will ever be lives in them. With every mama, I love you. I live beyond what you refuse to give to me. My children come, eat, feed off me, latch hold to this breast, hunger no more, drink until you are fat from my love, because all that I am is yours. What was never given to me becomes my greatest gift to you, a mother's love.
Wow. For sure. For sure.
Hey.
I gotta
Wow.
get the. I gotta get the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was.
good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. Thank
I
you.
had to
Thank you for
ask her. I
doing
didn't
that.
mean to, yeah. Sorry to put you on the spot, but it was well worth it.
She was ready for it too, wasn't she?
No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
It's just very important to me to know, let my sisters know out there, we stand united, and this is sovereign territory. It belongs to us, and it should stay that way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey,
Yeah.
just Lani told me when she first called in when we were in the green room, she said, "You don't got to get ready if you stay ready."
Yeah, that's what Shelly used to tell me all the time.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right, from the
yes.
honeycomb. Shout out to Shelly. She got it from Verdine.
Yeah.
You That's retail
Yeah.
philosophy. When we think like
God.
the regional director is coming, and they'll be
Mhm.
like, "Oh my gosh, you got to get the store ready." I'll be like, "You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready."
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's
Right.
right.
Yeah, that makes 100% is 100% true.
Absolutely. Yo, this was awesome, Lonnie. Thank you for coming on with us. This was great.
Thank
Yeah,
you guys.
yeah,
Keep doing
yeah.
great things.
We,
Hustle
Got
hard.
yeah, we
Yeah, got
definitely
to do it.
appreciate it.
And folks, we're gonna go back and we're gonna put her information in the comments. I'm gonna follow and everything myself. So you guys
Absolutely.
make sure you follow and you support. We appreciate you. Man, this is an awesome chat today and learning
Yeah.
a little bit more about you and what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Stay on.
Hmm.
Don't go anywhere. We're gonna close this thing out and then we'll come right back with it.
Yeah,
What
Okay.
you
yeah.
got, my man?
Oh well, I'm gonna say, man, let me get my thoughts together, and I'm
I
still
know, right?
still get back
Yeah.
to
Well, first off, we definitely want to thank everybody who's watching, everybody who watched the replay, everybody who's watching the YouTube. When it
yeah,
comes out on there, you can comment still on the replay as well. Let us know that you watched it, that you loved it. Make sure you follow Lani, McCullough, and the Sky Phoenix Project on Facebook. And
yeah,
follow No Shortcuts on YouTube.
definitely,
And like, comment, subscribe, share this feed. If you're just catching the replay of this, share it with your
yeah,
friends.
yeah,
Somebody would really, really need to see this today. So
yeah,
make sure
yeah,
you share it with somebody. Hey, this thing just came up on my Facebook. I'm gonna share it with you because I know you're going through something too. I know you'd love to hear this. Make sure you share this one for sure.
yeah. And I will say before we get out of here, upcoming gigs and concerts this week. The chairman of the board. Where are we? We're in Banner Elk Saturday.
Up there.
Sunday we're in Gibsonville, and Monday for the 4th we're in Roseville. All of these are North Carolina. Go to the chairmanoftheboard.com for the details. We may be coming to a city near you.
Absolutely, and I'll be back in Lancaster, South Carolina. Another wedding this Saturday, and then 4th of July, I'm doing nothing. Just taking the
Hey,
kids to see some fireworks. I made sure I didn't book myself this year for a holiday that I didn't have to. So I
yeah.
kept 4th of July clear just so we can have a little family time because it's about to get crazy for me on the schedule
Oh
coming up
yeah,
next
yeah.
month.
This is
So
my busiest month right here. As looking at the calendar,
yeah,
I thought June was busy, but this is the busiest one right here. So we
yeah,
make it on through July. We take it a week at a time. We'll be just
week
fine.
at a time. Check out the Sky Phoenix Project, chairman
Yes,
of the
yes, bro.
board. Check
Yeah,
out FMG Event Company. That's
all
me.
of that.
And
Yeah,
we'll see y'all next
yeah. Next
week.
week, same time, same channel. Peace, love. Y'all be safe. Thank you, Lonnie. Stay on for us. Good night.
Good night.